So I mentioned that my Cavalex had a crackly speaker. I emailed Cavalex and they instantly sent me a replacement speaker, which were nice of them. So I've got a shiny new speaker. I'm going to see how easy it is to fit. And while we're at it, Ben, as I've got body off, I'm going to fit a driver. Fitting a driver varies in difficulty. You've got to use a little bit of deception, which may or may not sound crazy, but you do. I'll explain shortly. Anyway, to get body off, it's basically there and there, just above that third wheel. You just lift it with your finger. Put your fingernail in, a little bit of pressure. It comes off nice and easy. You have to do that on both sides. I'm struggling to do it on camera. I've got right sausage fingers, so I'd cut it short once I've got the clips out, and then otherwise it'd be about a 3-minute video because I didn't want to break it. Because when I did my Acura scale, if you guys remember, I snapped one of the bogies off. But seriously, once you've done them clips, it just lifts out like that. Lovely. There's no issues there at all. So before we do speaker, we're going to try and persuade a driver and use a bit of deception to do so. Because like I say, they're not always straightforward just to go in. Hey fellas, can you remember that exciting police operation other week? Does either of you three want to get involved with an exciting operation? You do you, mate? Nice one. Right, you get back to office, mate, and you, mate, get back to office. Right, get your sat down, pal. We're going to start. It's not really a police operation, mate. It's more of a medical operation. Just hold your breath a minute and count to 10. There you go, mate. Now you can be a railway driver. How's that sound? Sorry about that, folks. I just sometimes choose to do absolute childish nonsense. I really shouldn't do it. I'll be serious now. So I was basically faced with this. It's like a little bay look, and it's got an LED at the top of it with all kinds of gubbins, and I'm pulling and twisting and all sorts, and I thought I'm going to end up smashing this, so I came up with a different technique. So the technique I used was to get my missus's long tweezers that she's got. They're long with a kinked end. I basically put some black tack on his bum and stuck him in, but I can't possibly film it, so I've had to just put him in. And as you can see, I put the body upside down like that, and I basically fitted it upside down. So I put him in like that, holding him by his head, and lifted him onto the seat and used a little bit of pressure, and that's how I did it. There's 4 screws to get the speaker out on them 2 bars, and that one there, that white block there, that's the connector for the speaker, so that's the one you unplug. I used some tweezers to pull that out because I thought my sausages will end up tearing the board to pieces. I'm no expert at taking trains to pieces, so I'll tell you now it's dead easy. Them 4 screws take out them 2 bars, and them bars hold the speaker down. So the speaker's kind of like almost floating, if that makes sense. It sits on top of them wires, and it just holds it nice and snug. Replacing it's a simple process of just doing it in reverse, and that's it done. It literally took me about 2 minutes doing it nice and steady because I didn't want to rush it. I was just examining this speaker. I can't see how obvious with it. It feels solid, so I don't know. Maybe it just is what it is, not to worry. I think if they'd have not sent me a replacement, I'd have just tried turning volume down 5 or 10%. It was just a little bit, very slightly crackly on loud stuff, but no major issues, but it was bugging me a bit like I said on the other video. Then you just lower body in place. You can kind of line doors up with steps on chassis. It's kind of obvious where it goes. It's not like others I've done. It really is straightforward. It's kind of so straightforward. I weren't convinced I'd put it on right, so I'm just checking it about a bit. But we're on, and that were it. Right, if anyone's still watching, let's have a look at what it looks like now and what it sounds like. So, good lad. Look at that. Don't look bad. Don't look bad for my effort, and his body's cut. He got feeling now in the bottom half of his body, which he'd lost earlier. Right, I'll shut up now and you can have a listen. Sounds good to me. It still does that quick cutting off thing, but I think that's because I'm rushing loco and not getting it a chance to do its own thing. Alex did say it's a known bug that they're aware of, that they're trying to figure out at the minute, but it doesn't bother me at all, to be fair. I'll just let the loco settle down next time and try it. It doesn't always do it, and even if I'm filming, I can always just edit it because I've done that before. Right, you can get your drivers in now, folks, and do a bit of deception on them. Cheers, folks. See you next time.